Them hailed his decision to sack the Director General of the DSS over his role in the siege. They made this known while airing the view on the matter. That report will be brought to you in our subsequent bulletin. Meanwhile, Senate President Bukola Saraki is demanding for a full investigation into the siege laid by DSS operatives on the National Assembly on Tuesday. Saraki claimed that the incident was planned for months and no one made any attempt to prevent it. He charged relevant authorities to immediately institute full investigation into the matter and bring the perpetrators to book with a view to forestalling a reoccurrence. Saraki made this known while addressing the media on the blockade of the entrance of the National Assembly by operatives of the Department of State Security Service. He claimed that the incident prevented the leadership of the legislature from meeting with officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission. The lawmaker, however, reiterated his commitment to go ahead with the planned meeting, insisting that he is committed to ensuring the conduct of free and fair elections in 2019. The All Progressive Congress is demanding a probe to the security state at the National Assembly. This, according to the party's acting spokesman, Yakini Nabena, is because only members of the opposition People's Democratic Party were at the complex as early as 7 a.m. APC also wondered those it described as thugs almost lynched E.J. Abonaima, the only APC federal lawmaker present at the complex. It therefore called on security agencies and relevant bodies to take a second look at the event of the day. APC reaffirmed its call on Senate President Bukola Saraki to resign on moral grounds. And in Benue State, normalcy has returned to the Benue State House of Assembly following the vacation of the premises by security operatives who besieged the complex. The Speaker of the Assembly, Titus Uba, confirmed this on Wednesday during an inspection tour of the Assembly complex. Uba said the development members will reconvene at the adjourned date to carry out the constitutional responsibilities of lawmaking for the good governance of the state. The Benue State House of Assembly came under siege when security operatives took over the assembly to provide cover for the impeached former Speaker Tekimbi Kayange, who led APC lawmakers in a bid to effect a leadership change and serve a notice of impeachment on Governor Samuel Ortom. Ahead of the defection of Senator Godswill Akpabio from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress, Akwa Ibom State Governor Udom Emmanuel has sacked 2 commissioners believed to be loyal to his former political leader, Godswill Akpabio. This comes within hours of Akpabio's expected defection to the All Progressive Congress. The commissioners were sacked for what the Akwa Ibom government termed act of disloyalty. There are commissioners for labor, productivity and manpower development, Ibang Akpabio, and culture and tourism, Victor Antai. Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Charles Udo, said the 2 commissioners had been removed from the State Executive Council for disloyalty to the governor. Ibanga, who is a younger brother of Akpabio, was sacked alongside Antai for receiving the former Senate leader of the Ibom International at the Ibom International Airport on Tuesday. An Oshobo High Court in Osun has cleared Senator Ademola Adeleke of the People's Democratic Party to contest the September 22nd governorship election in the state. Presiding Judge Justice David Oladimeji gave the ruling on Wednesday. Oladimeji said the plaintiff counsel Olufemi Ayadokun failed to address the issue of forgery in the originating summons. The judge held that the lawmaker of the purported certificate must be called upon to deny the certificate issued to Adeleke before it could be described as forged. He said the plaintiff also failed to prove the ingredients of forgery but only relied on the document as presented to the court. He said the case lacks merit and accordingly dismissed it. And in Kano State, 10 aides of the Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje have tendered their resignation letters. This comes days after former Deputy Governor Hafiz Abubakar resigned. One of the former aides, Abdullahi Zabaru Chula, disclosed this while briefing newsmen in Kano. Chula, who spoke on behalf of his colleagues, has said their decision was informed by their desire to join their leader. He said all the 10 aides formerly attached to the Deputy Governor's office had since forwarded their resignation letters to the Secretary of the state government. President Bukola Saraki to resign on moral grounds. A group of suspected Nigerian pirates are believed to be part of a kidnapping syndicate operating in the Gulf of Guinea. The pirates are accused of kidnapping 35 seafarers from cargo vessels in the area. This was disclosed by Essos Risk Group, a global security firm, in its half-year review of Nigerian piracy activity in the Gulf of Guinea. Now, according to the report, Nigeria ranks as a world major route for pirate activities. The report also stated that major piracy groups exist in creeks around Yenogwa in Bayelsa State and Abonema in Rivers State. Vessels attacked include merchant and fishing vessels, with metro piracy in the area reappearing in the Global Piracy Watch radar. Members of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria have once again thronged the Abuja city center in their hundreds. This time around, the Shiites are demanding medical attention for their leader, Ibrahim El-Zakzaky, who is in security custody, and the others of a Kaduna court. One of the Shiites, Abdullahi Mohammed, told PTV News that security operatives have denied them access to their leader. And now to business. A report from Nigeria Interbank Settlement System has revealed the number of bank accounts opened by Nigerians from the first quarter of 2017 to the first quarter of 2018. The report is coming on the heels of reported uncertainties in the economy. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Stock Exchange on Tuesday closed on a bearish note with the all-share index of 36,333.80 PTs going down on 0.40. We'll present to you a rundown of the market indices. You're on to PTV. Today we shall be going on a quick break. We'll return for our news to come your way. To stay.
African soldiers helping Nigerian soldiers fight Boko Haram.
We will have to persuade Nigerian legislatures.
This is coming together of people who are confused.
Executive order should comply with the law. I personally dissociate myself completely. Personally.
From this interview, because you have
said there had hardly been any administration.
No religious body in Nigeria. Validate the claims by the INEC chairman. It is.
My name is Corps Commander Wobin Ayuba Gora. I am the Sector Commander at Federal Road Safety Corps, FCT Sector Command. For latest information about road safety and security, watch People's TV.
You're welcome back. And now straight to the foreign scene. A senior member of Zimbabwe's opposition MDC Alliance, Tendai Biti, has been arrested at the border with Zambia. Police accused Biti of inciting violence following last month's election. This will make it the first since long-term ruler Robert Mugabe was ousted. 6 people were killed after the military intervened to curb protests in the capital, Harare. The MDC Alliance alleges the presidential poll was rigged, but the Electoral Commission disputes this and says that incumbent President Emmerson Mnangagwa, who took over from Mugabe, won the election. And in Saudi Arabia has barred all citizens from receiving medical treatment in Canada as a diplomatic dispute over criticism of its human rights record intensifies. Riyadh also announces coordinating the transfer of all Saudi patients from Canadian hospitals to other medical facilities outside Canada. Saudi Arabia expelled Canada's ambassador, recalled its own envoy, and cut trade ties with Canada after publicly denounced a crackdown on rights activists in the Gulf Kingdom on Twitter. And in UK, Boris Johnson should be kicked out of the Conservative Party for his remarks about the Burqa, a Muslim pair says. Conservative Muslim Forum founder Lord Sheikh said demands from the Prime Minister for an apology were not enough. He has called for Johnson to have the whip removed, meaning the MP would no longer represent the Tory party. Johnson said Muslim women wearing burqas looked like letterboxes and compared them to bank robbers. A source said he stood by the comment. Conservative pair Baroness Warsi, the first Muslim woman to sit in the British cabinet, said comments like Johnson's could lead to a rise in hate crime in the UK. And in U.S., more women candidates than ever will contest U.S. governorships and House seats in November's midterm elections. After Tuesday's primary across 4 states, there are now 11 female nominees for governor and at least 173 so far for the House. The results were hailed as a continuing success story by activists for women in politics. There was also a key election for a House seat in Ohio, in which President Donald Trump claimed victory. But U.S. media said the race was still a closer call in a safe Republican seat held by them since 1983. The outcome could indicate whether Democrats have a chance to overturn the Republican majority in the House in November. Meanwhile, a hotly contested race in Ohio for a U.S. House of Representatives seat that has gone Republican for more than 30 years remained too close to call on Wednesday, in an encouraging sign for Democrats heading into the November 6th elections. Republican Tory Balderson led Democrat Danny O'Connell by 1,700 votes, with all precincts reporting, although the Ohio Secretary of State's office said the final result would be delayed until more than 8,000 provisional and absentee ballots were counted. Even if Balderson is eventually declared the winner, the narrow margin is too little for comfort for Republicans as they anxiously head into the November elections. It is certain to hearten Democrats who perform dramatically better than expected. And that's it on the news this hour. Many thanks for watching. I am Lilian Ogazi. Do stay on BTV.
Soldiers helping Nigerian forces fight Boko Haram.
We will have to persuade Nigerian legislatures.
This is coming together of people who are confused.
Executive order should comply with the law. I personally dissociate myself completely.
From this interview, because you have said there had hardly been any administration.
No religious body in Nigeria validate the claims by the INEC chairman. It is
Facebook, like our page and share our posts at People's TV NG. On Twitter, follow us at PTV_NG. Follow us on Instagram at PTVNG. Watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel, People's TV. Visit our website, www.ptvng.com. Subscribe now and join the conversation online. People's TV, people's preferred station.
My name is Ufon Sunday Essien. I'm an indigenous of Nongokomeko Odetefia here in Ikonoluku government area. The road on which I'm standing, that's the Nongokom Road that leads to the newly upgraded Akwa Ibom State College of Arts and Technology. This road has been in a very horrible state even before I was born. So that is how we invited the different segments of this community, talking about the men, the women, the youth, and persons living with disability. In that meeting, we developed a charter, which is a document that tried to capture all the issues in our community. And then after the charter, we did a letter and went on advocacy. It attracted the attention of government, and then they came and they saw the state of disrepair of this road. Eventually, because of the effort, government has come and is presently working on this road, and this road is near completion. This is now how we, for Nongokomeko Odetefia, no sit down look.
To, da kai da ke da ita da shi da kowa nake so na yi magana da. Me ke faruwa? Kana son karuwa ga ka zaune bakin rijiya amma kana jin ishin ruwa? Gangan jikin siyasa. In ta dangwala ka dangwala na dangwala. Ina amfanin ana yi ba da kai ba? A turancin Najeriya to an gaya maka. No sit down look. Kana sit down kana looking komai na ƙara lalacewa? Ina ka ga daman ƙorafi? Da masu jini a jika ake yi, watan matasa. Kwankwasa a buɗa ki shige, dago ka shaki iska ko kalime, da ƙyar ka sha yafi da ƙyar aka kama ka. No sit down look. Matasa ke siyasa. Yin rajista, karɓi katin zaɓe, yana da amfani ƙwarai kwa.
No sit down look.
No sit down look.
No sit down look.
Make una no sit down look oh.
A popular saying in Nigeria goes that at the time a cockerel matures, it begins to crow to tell the world the time of day. This makes a crucial premise for all of us who have come of age, the youths, to lend our voices to a nation set to flip a new page, like the chance to vote and be voted for, whether being a youth, a woman, or a person with disability, and to do this in unity. And to anyone who hasn't been confident enough to exercise these rights, I beg, step out of the dark and come into the light. I mean, your participating in the electoral process is significant, a moment to behold, like that cock crowing in the morning to tell about a difference. No sit down look. Do something that will count today and be in tomorrow's book. Talk, say, and tell the world the time of day.
Ni ne mai suna Tukur Sani daga Kajuru local government Kufana. Gaskiya mu a garin nan Kufana community duka muka taro muka zauna muka yi meeting game da matsalan hanyar nan. Wannan rafin nan mun kai kuka a wajen hakimi da shi hakimi ya ce to wannan matakin nan shi zai rubuta ya kai ma local government. Daga wurin kuma sai member na skip wani kungiya ne na zaman kanta shi ma wani member ya zo ya shigo da wannan budget na wannan gadan nan tun da dadewa amma har yanzu ba mu samu cin gaba game da wannan hanyar ba. Har ila yau muna kan rubuta letoti mun ma rubuta leta waɗanda sun ma fi so 10. This is how we in Kufana, Kajuru local government, Kaduna State, no sit down look.
How to keep your eyes healthy. Eyes are man's window to the world. They are very important. Never take yours for granted. A healthy eye starts with the food on your plate and not what you put in them. Nutritionists have advocated a wide range of meals for a healthy eyes, especially as we grow old in life. Nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, lutein, zinc, and vitamin C and E might help you ward off age-related vision problems such as macular degeneration and cataracts. These families of nutrients can be found in lots of our daily food, including 1. Green leaf vegetables like spinach, pumpkin, even our local eforiro. 2. Salmon, catfish, and other oily fish. 3. Eggs, nuts, beans, and other non-meat protein sources. 4. Oranges and other citrus fruits and juices. 5. Oyster and pork.
Who is a good neighbor? Are you one? What would people who live or work beside you say about you? When last did you say sincere how are you to your neighbor? Do you thrash so much food while your neighbor has nothing to feed his or her family with? Has that problem he or she discussed with you in confidence become a problem shared with Africa? Many of us no doubt use the word neighbor. We use it to refer to people who live next to us in the same vicinity or even in our workplaces. Gone are the days of a problem shared is a problem solved. In today's reality, a problem shared with a neighbor is more like a problem gossiped about. Hence, people tend to keep more to themselves. Isn't it true that many people are slipping into depression today simply because everyone is solely concerned about personal gain, even at the expense of others? Make yourself available to whoever needs your help. That is your neighbor. Some may say, I wasn't asked for help. How do I help? Others may say, I don't know him or her. They are not related to me. I don't stand to gain anything. Now is the time to act. It is in you to be a good neighbor.
Soldiers helping Nigerian forces fight Boko Haram.
We will have to persuade Nigerian legislatures.
This is coming together of people who are confused.
Executive order should comply with the law. I personally dissociate myself completely.
From this interview, because you have said there had hardly been any administration.
Practitioner, one of place the end of justice
no religious body in Nigeria. Validate the claims by the INEC chairman. It is.
Corruption is a form of dishonesty by a person in a position of authority for personal benefit. It includes activities such as bribery and embezzlement, among others. Let's join hands with the EFCC to bring corruption to the barest minimum for a better Nigeria. Hello and thanks for joining us on another episode of The Eagle. My name is Aisha Muhammad.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation, and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
On the program today, we have reports of happening in and around the EFCC, including updates on ongoing cases in courts and a conviction report from a special offences court in Lagos. Sit back, relax as the program continues right after this timeout.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I say na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, but we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, but we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh. Women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health and call, we no see. I said na cankerworm, na cankerworm.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
The United Arab Emirates is fully committed to supporting the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) in the discharge of its mandate of fighting corruption in Nigeria. The Emirates' new envoy in Nigeria, Fahad Al-Tafat, made the pledge during a familiarization visit to the headquarters of the EFCC in Abuja. Amina Kawa has more.
The envoy, who was received by EFCC acting chairman Ibrahim Magu, said he was at the EFCC to acquaint himself with the work of the agency. Fahad Al-Tafat noted that he had been fully appraised of the tremendous work of the Muhammadu Buhari administration in fighting corruption and violent extremism before he arrived the country. The ambassador promised to do everything possible to assist the EFCC in the areas of capacity building, technical support, and intelligence sharing. Al-Tafat assured that his country already has a robust anti-money laundering framework with an anti-money laundering unit domiciled at the country's central bank. In his response, Magu thanked the envoy for the visit and assured him that he would return the gesture. He also briefed the envoy of recent engagements between the EFCC and the UAE that culminated in the signing of a number of bilateral agreements that have increased the tempo of cooperation between Nigeria and the UAE in matters of corruption, money laundering, and organized crimes. Amina Kawa, reporting for The Eagle.
Corruption is dishonesty and illegal behavior by people in positions of trust. A public office is a public trust. Do not abuse positions of trust for private gains. Stay away from corruption. Nigeria is a great nation, and it is our responsibility to make the country greater. If you notice any act of corruption, please report to the EFCC via info@efccnigeria.org or call 09 904 4751 or 09 904 4752. You can also call 09 904 4753. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
Thank you, Amina, for that report. Acting Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Mustafa Magu, has identified transparency and accountability as essential ingredients in the fight against corruption. Magu made this disclosure while delivering a speech entitled Transparency and Accountability, Role in Nation Building. Rolakia Odofinjolayemi has more on this.
The acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, has identified betrayal of public trust as the worst crime any public officer can commit against humanity and called for all hands to be on deck to fight corruption for a better Nigeria. The anti-graft czar made this remark while delivering a speech entitled Transparency and Accountability, Role in Nation Building at the inauguration of Public Transparency Foundation GAAF, which held in Abuja. According to Magu, sustainable anti-corruption procedures like transparency and accountability are vital tools to achieving good governance at all levels of government, adding that transparency and accountability in government business are mutually inclusive and not exclusive mandates. Magu was represented by Head Enlightenment and Reorientation Unit of the EFCC in Ahmadin, further stated that the successes recorded so far by the Commission would not have been possible without the embedded values of the EFCC, such as integrity, transparency, courage, professionalism, and leadership. He described accountability and transparency as oxygen to the EFCC in carrying out its mandates.
The mandate of the Financial Crimes Commission, by the Act setting it up, is to fight corruption by enforcing all economic and financial crimes laws, as well as preventing the commission of such crimes through education, sensitization, and enlightenment of the public. We cannot forget too quickly that before the establishment of the EFCC, the country's image was at a very low ebb in the Committee of Nations, with the country being regarded as a community of fraudsters, money launderers, corrupt public officials, etc. It was as a result of this negative image that the government of the day, determined to change the narrative, the negative narrative, created the EFCC in 2003. Since inception, the Commission has set out to drive ambitious and focused operational programs targeted at curbing these crimes and bringing to book those who brought notoriety to our image and those who plundered our commonwealth. Some of these unscrupulous individuals have been brought to justice and their ill-gotten wealth seized from them and returned to their victims, be they individuals, corporate bodies, agencies or tiers of government, or even foreign nationals. At the moment, several cases of corruption are being prosecuted in courts all over the country. The Commission, determined not to relent in its efforts at ridding the country of economic and financial crimes, and effectively coordinating the domestic efforts of the global fight against money laundering, terrorist financing and corruption in all its ramifications, has between January and June this year recorded over 140 convictions, even as it recorded 187 convictions in 2017. These convictions include that of a former senior advocate of Nigeria and 2 ex-governors who are currently serving their jail terms. The Commission goes about its assignments determined to utter the general perception that some persons are above the law.
While calling on the public to ask unsettling questions and demand answers from those entrusted with public funds, Magu said the Commission adheres to all applicable laws and ethical standards, abhors conflict of interest, protects the rights of victims of economic and financial crimes, and respects the rights of those under investigation and prosecution. In her opening speech, founder Grassroots Accountability Advocacy Foundation, GAAF, Genevieve Ifoma Anthony, said the only weapon that could be used in fighting corruption was to hold the office holders accountable for their actions. According to her, corruption, hard as it may seem to dislodge from our culture, is a scourge we must fight with all our might and strength to eliminate, because it is the greatest threat to the success of public policy, the achievement of sustainable human development, and the successful management of economic and social resources.
Ultimate goal is to strengthen democratic processes in Nigeria by promoting the effectiveness of institutions that support democracy and restoration of citizens' confidence in their governments through thorough stakeholders' engagement, advocacy, and anti-corruption campaigns.
Rolla Keld of Injolaimi, reporting for the Eagle.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I say na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria will women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, make we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, make we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh. Women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health we no see. I said
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
Justice Muhammad Idris of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos, has dismissed a no-case submission filed by a former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor Kalu, in his bid to stop his trial over an alleged 7.1 billion naira fraud. Amina Kawawa again has the details.
The former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor Kalu, alongside his former commissioner for finance and accounts, Jones Odiogu, and the company, Slok Nigeria Limited, are being prosecuted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on second for the amended 39-count charge bordering on money laundering to the tune of 7.1 billion naira. The EFCC, through its counsel, Rotimi Jacobs, SAN, had on Friday, May 11, 2018, closed its case against the defendants after the conclusion of evidence given by a prosecution witness, Chidi Chukwuwaka. During the May 11, 2018 proceedings, the prosecution counsel had also moved an oral application to amend the charge against the defendants. However, the defense led by Awakalu, SCN, had on May 28, 2018 filed a no-case submission on behalf of their clients, which is subsequently adopted as their written address. In his short ruling on the no-case submission, Justice Idris held that the prosecution had established a prima facie case against the defendants to warrant them opening their defense. The judge said, and I quote, "You have explanations to make." Following the ruling, one of the defense counsel, Godi Uchi, SCN, informed the court that the lead counsel to the defendants, Awa Kalu, SCN, had written to notify the court that Kalu had an appointment to undergo surgery abroad. He therefore prayed the court to adjourn the matter to September 10, 2018, to enable the first defendant, Kalu, to open his defense. In his response, Jacobs urged the court to adjourn further proceedings to the first week of September, saying that the President of the Court of Appeal has directed that the matter must be concluded before the end of September 2018. Consequently, Justice Idris adjourned the case to September 10, 2018 for the defendants to open their defense. Amina Kawa reporting for The Eagle.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation, and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC Legal Zonal Office has arraigned 3 officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) before Justice Muslim Hassan of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos, on an 8-count charge bordering on conspiracy, diversion of public funds, and money laundering to the tune of 179,800,000 naira. Again, Rolake Odofin Jolayemi tells us more.
The defendants Yemi Akinwumi, Atiba Dixon, and Ogumodede Oladayo were alleged to have collected the slush funds from a former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Diezani Alison Madueke, in the build-up to the 2015 presidential elections. Investigation revealed that the money was disbursed to some chieftains and members of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, as well as some retired staff of INEC in Ogun State, in order to compromise the 2015 general elections. The defendants pleaded not guilty to the charge preferred against them. In view of their pleas, the prosecution counsel, Nnemeka Omewa, asked the court for a trial date and also prayed that the defendants be remanded in prison custody. However, counsel to the defendant, Ayo Ogungbeson, moved an oral application for bail on behalf of his clients. In refusing the bail application, the judge held that the defense counsel must make a formal application for bail on behalf of his clients. Consequently, Justice Hassan adjourned the matter for hearing of the bail application and ordered the defendants to be remanded in prison custody. Rolla Keldofin-Jolaimi, reporting for The Eagle.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I said na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh. Women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health and call, we no see. I said na cankerworm, na cankerworm.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
If you're just joining us, the program is still The Eagle, coming to you from the stables of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. You too can be part of this program by sending your comments and contributions to The Eagle at efccnigeria.org. Next is a conviction report of one Okoro Samuel Uchechukwu, who bags a 10-year jail term. Rolake Odofin-Jolaimi is our guide.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC Lagos Zonal Office, has secured the conviction and sentencing of Mr. Okoro Samuel Uchechukwu before Justice Mojisola Dada of the Special Offences Court sitting in Ikeja, Lagos. The convict had defrauded one Onoja Usman, Managing Director, Luvonus Trust and Investment Limited, by falsely claiming that he had $130,000 to sell to him. He was subsequently arraigned alongside his company, J. Jingo Nigeria Limited, on a 2-count charge bordering on stealing and obtaining money by false pretense to the tune of 41,600,000 naira sometime in January 2018. When the charges were read to him, he pleaded not guilty, thereby setting the stage for his full trial. The prosecution counsel, S.O. Daji, in the course of the trial, which commenced on February 5, 2018, tendered several documents that were admitted in evidence by the court and presented witnesses who testified against the defendant. Delivering her judgment, Justice Dada held that the defendants and their counsel admitted that the said sum was paid by the prosecution witness. She said the act of stealing has been established against the defendants in line with Section 282 of the Criminal Law of Lagos State and thereby convicted him on Count 1. On Count 2, Justice Dada held that the action of the defendant amounts to obtaining by false pretense since he had an intention to defraud and as such convicted him on the count. According to her, the witnesses have established the offenses against the defendants as they were directly linked to the case, and this settles the argument. She further stated that the Lagos State Administration of Criminal Justice Law is clear that no sinner must go unpunished and no saint punished unjustly. Accordingly, she sentenced the convict to 10 years imprisonment. Justice Dada also ordered that all the defendants' assets, both movable and immovable, wherever they may be traced to in the country, be forfeited to the federal government of Nigeria. Rolla Keldofin-Jolaimi, reporting for The Eagle.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation, and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
And with that, we have come to the end of today's episode of The Eagle. You too can be part of this program by sending your inquiries and suggestions to The Eagle at efccnigeria.org or search for us on Google Plus at Official EFCC or Official EFCC NG at gmail.com. You can like our page on facebook.com/official EFCC or follow us on Twitter @official EFCC. And of course, you can visit our Instagram page @official EFCC. To watch our programs and other activities, please log on to youtube.com/official EFCC. My name is Aisha Muhammad. Always remember that a public office is a public trust, and do not abuse positions of trust for private gains. Goodbye, and God bless Nigeria.
My name is Ufon Sunday Essien. I'm an indigenous of Nongokomeko Odetefia here in the Konoloku government area. The road on which I'm standing, that's the Nongokom Road that leads to the newly upgraded Akwa Ibom State College of Arts and Technology. This road has been in a very horrible state even before I was born. So that is how we invited the different segments of this community, talking about the men, the women, the youth, and persons living with disability. In that meeting, we developed a charter, which is a document that tried to capture all the issues in our community. And then after the charter, we did a letter and went on advocacy. It attracted the attention of government, and then they came and they saw the state of disrepair of this road. Eventually, because of the effort, government has come and is presently working on this road, and this road is near completion. This is how we, for Nongokomeko Odetefia, no sit down look.
Ni ne mai suna Tukur Sani daga Kajuru local government Kufana. Gaskiya mu a garin nan Kufana community duka muka taro, muka zauna, muka yi meeting game da matsalan hanyar nan. Wannan rafin nan mun kai kuka a wajen hakimi. Da shi hakimi ya ce to wannan matakin nan shi zai rubuta ya kai ma local government. Daga wurin kuma sai member na skip wani kungiya ne na zaman kanta, shi ma wani member ya zo ya shigo da wannan budget na wannan gadan nan tun da dadewa, amma har yanzu ba mu samu cin gaba game da wannan hanyar ba. Har ila yau muna kan rubuta letoti, mun ma rubuta leta waɗanda sun ma fi so 10. This is how we in Kufana, Kajuru local government, Kaduna State, no sit down look.
My name is Femi Anikula Kukuti. This is just to tell you, beg you, plead with you, don't let anybody lure you into being violent. It's very important for us to have a peaceful elections. We need to think about the future of this country, of our children. We can be a great nation. And the first step is desist from being violent. Let's have a peaceful elections.
On Facebook, like our page and share our posts at People's TV NG. On Twitter, follow us at PTV_NG. Follow us on Instagram at PTVNG. Watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel, People's TV. Visit our website, www.ptvng.com. Subscribe now and join the conversation online. People's TV, people's preferred station.
Do you know that PTV remains the best place to showcase those lovely goods and services of yours? Yes, with our visibility in 36 states of Nigeria and over 50 countries of the world, we definitely have the tallest reach. What are you waiting for? Book your adverts now. Call us with the number displayed on your screen.
You're watching People's Television, your people's preferred station, powered by you.
For innovative research-based analysis, fresh news and programs, join us on PTV, the People's Oriented Station, transmitting on Star Times Channel 120, showing across 36 states in Nigeria, and Channel 77 on Strong Decoder across 52 countries. Yes, you asked for it. Now you have the best of television. You can also follow us on our social media platforms showing on your screen. People's Television, powered by you.
Soldiers helping Nigerian forces fight Boko Haram.
We will have to persuade Nigerian legislatures.
This is coming together of people who are confused.
Executive order should comply with the law. I personally dissociate myself completely.
From this interview, because you have
There had hardly been any administration.
Practitioner will explain the end of justice about any
Actress Juliet Ibrahim sent very casual birthday message to Iceberg Slim. Singer D'banj dedicates new song to wife.